Good evening and welcome to Spiritual Psychics TV. My name is Claire, or otherwise known as Heavenly Sprinkles, and tonight I'd like to do a demonstration of mediumship. So just to talk a little bit about myself whilst your lovely comments are coming through and we can start making connection. I'm a spiritual medium. I like to keep it nice and simple. Basically, I chat to your past loved ones. Now, I'm very free in my mediumship because, in my opinion, is we are all individuals. Therefore, how our past loved ones would communicate would be different for everybody. So I allow them to use their energy with me to what works for you. I'll give you everything that I've received. If I don't understand something, I'll say I don't get it, but I'm sure that you'll understand it or it will click in a bit place. Now, all I simply ask for you lovely people is to just feedback with me to say, yes, no, Claire, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. It's just so that I know that I've made that right connection and that we can build the energy up. So with that, hopefully we'll have some lovely comments on board and we can do a lovely evening of mediumship. Right, let's see who is on. A moment. We'll do some hellos as well, shall we? We're waiting for Richard. Good evening. Hello, Madison South on YouTube. So I'll do some hellos. Let's get some energy up. So by all means, pop a hello to me just so I know you're around. So hello, Madison. It's lovely to see you. Hello, Kaylee Bryan. Lovely to see you, and on YouTube as well. Don't forget, if you are on YouTube or Facebook, please by all means share down at the button and let us spread this lovely energy, because it is a channel that is 100% free mediumship with our time. It's our passion with connecting with spirit. So by all means, please, if you feel inclined, we always ask if you could share. So hello, Spirit of Love. Hello, and hello, another person on YouTube. Hello there. Right, who else have we got? Hello, Dawny Taylor. Lovely to see you again, and welcome to the channel. And from Facebook, lovely to see you again. Hello, Julie. Well, I always call this lovely lady Julie Z, just because it is. And Julie is seeing me from YouTube. So hello, Julie. Lovely to see you. Beverly French, welcome to the channel and lovely to see you. And you are on YouTube. Helen Woodall, another lovely person watching on YouTube. Hello, welcome. And we've got Christine Morris. I hope I've said your name right. Murray, thank you, Richard. I'm so glad I've got somebody that can help me with my names. It's my biggest worry from YouTube. So hello, Christine. Lovely to meet you. We got Jade Fleming. Oh, first time seeing me. Oh, well, I do hope that you have a lovely evening this evening, and I see you are on Facebook. Shelley Hawkins, good evening as well. I hope you're okay and I hope you're well, and from YouTube. Terry Louise, good evening. Oh, Richard and I have got lots of lovely people on here this evening, and I see from YouTube as well. Right, and Jessica, you're new and from Texas. Wow, lovely for you to come through and are on Facebook. Right, we'll do one more hello, and then what we'll do is move into mediumship. And Charlotte Clement, oh, thank you so much for sharing. It does really mean a lot to everybody on this channel to be able for us to make a wider connection. So thank you so much, and you shared as well on Facebook. So thank you. Right, now we all know we're here for some mediumship. So let's go through. So all I'll ask you to do is just comment to say if you would like a connection with spirit. I also do work with bringing direct family members through. Now I always say it's because I worry about murdering your family members. So I'll just ask you to comment through. I do come to you when I come to you, I will ask, is it okay for me to work with you? That's just general practice, because when I'm on the platform in churches and centres, I always ask that process. Right, okay, let's go through. Brilliant, we've got some lovely people sharing. Right, I've got a gentleman. It's making me rub my hands at the moment. Right, let's go through. Right, brilliant. C, I'd like to come and work with you. CM, if Richard, I'd love to come and work with a lovely lady that's given us rainbow hearts. Hello, C. As I said, I hope it's okay for me to work with you. Right, okay. I do have a gentleman that's coming through, and this, there's a lady as well. So I'll find out who they are first. Come through. I feel like I've got a nan and a granddad with me. And you're first time from Canada. Excellent. Now, this lady and this gentleman, they're making me like wring my hand. So I don't know whether there's been some worries with yourself, or you've got some worries at the moment, or whether you would just remember your lovely nan, like doing this with my hands. I'm wringing my hands. So I don't know if there was an issue with fingers, or whether there was just someone's got a little bit of worry. Right, okay. Now, I know you could see, and the first thing they're giving me, and I'll try not to sing too much, is I keep getting, Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. I'm not going to sing any more than that, purely because Richard, behave yourself. Richard's been cheeky in my ear. He's meant to be my guide. But I feel like I want to use your name. Now, the way I've got with your name, they give me a feeling that it's coming down the family line. So I know your name, obviously, may well be Cecilia, but I need to recognise that your name comes down the family line. Now, I always say I'm not cheating with a surname. This is either somebody's first name is your middle name, or your middle name is, or your first name is somebody else's middle name. I need to recognise a name. Yes, both has passed. Okie dokie, we've got that bit right. But I need to recognise this name coming down. There's an importance about this. Right. Oh, okay. Well, we got that straight away. Either somebody's been into really baking, or somebody likes jam tarts. Now, I don't know whether they're called jam tarts in Canada, but basically the pastry with a bit of jam in it. But they're just talking about somebody liking a pastry type of cakey biscuit is what I've got, and I've got jam in it. And but they're also talking about somebody's. Okay, what's going on here? Right, thank you, my lovely. They're talking about either there's been some pain or upset recently, because as much as I've got the jam tarts. Oh, your name's Chantel. Okay, no problem about the Cecilia part. It's just them giving me the name. I've got it's done in a heart shape. So they give me a feeling at the moment that either there's been a bit of disappointment emotionally with somebody, or there's been a bit of a heartache around somebody at the moment. Because I just feel like there's a little bit of sadness happening, and it feels like a connection with an individual. Yeah, it may not be you. You may well be supporting somebody who's going through this, but they're just recognising this. It's about giving you love and comfort. Right, let's get some. But apparently I've been told to tell you that February is important. Birthday, passing, or anniversary. I also need to give you the name John. I've just been told from the gentleman, tell her about John. Now, these names can be here, or they can be in the spirit world, but I get asked to pass these names over. What other months do you want to come and give me, lovely? Right, she also talks to me about August is important, a birthday, passing, or anniversary. And she also gives me the month of November. So there's another birthday, passing, or anniversary. So she's just passed these months over to you. They're important is what she's telling me. Right, okay, let me see what else is coming through. She's just making me feel like at the moment it's about you needing to take a deep breath. Because as much as I've talked really, really fast, and I do talk fast, I'm conscious that I'm being told to slow down. And it's the feeling at the moment that it's a little bit of like, whoa, lots going on. And there's also a change. Somebody's changing the circumstances around work. Now, I don't know whether that's to do with the fact that there's somebody supporting and this is a work-related thing, but they're just recognising about this change. Now, Chantel, I will ask, does these things connect with you? Because I know I've kind of thrown loads of things at you. I just want to know whether these things make a connection with you. Especially I know Facebook can be a bit funny. Okay. Right. Richard, whilst C's coming back, Richard just asked me very politely, what was the lady's name again? Sorry, Richard? Kaylee. Kayla, he's just asked me, Richard just asked me if we could just tone down the amount of messages that you're putting through. It's just that Facebook can go a bit wobbly, and they can sometimes either ban the page because there's a lot of algorithms going on, or yourself. So could we just ask you, my lovely, we'll come through to you, don't worry, but if you could just pull back your number of comments, please. Right, and I see C's just come back and said, not sure about the months. That's fine, that's not an issue. That's fine, it's okay. Just hold these months, because sometimes it may well be that it will be somebody else and they go, oh yes, I know about that. It's a really important month. Right, okay. Right, let me see what else is coming for you. Right, they're giving me for you, and I keep the song I get, and I promise I'm not going to sing it. It's the one that goes upside. I can't help it. I've got to sing. It's upside down. Fight me. That's enough singing for that one. They give me a feeling that when I get that song, it's a little bit of being topsy-turvy at the moment. Life's a little bit topsy-turvy. Right, okay. Yes, and they're also telling me that you have been aware of them because they've been making themselves known to you. So I don't know if either you've been smelling a fragrance that you would recognise with them, but I also keep hearing either you've noticed that a door shuts. So it's just a bit sort of, don't be worried, they are just making themselves known to you. So I don't obviously now start looking for a door, but they just give me a feeling, just be aware about this door. It is them just showing you that you're not alone. Okay, and you're dealing with heartache. Okay, they've just, oh bless you, they're okay. your lovely Nan's like, woo, she's all like keeps throwing loads of information. I'm like, I need to slow down. Right, okay, let me see if anything. I need to give you the name. What's that name? It's a Kate or a Catherine, but I want to use a kicking curse. So I want to use a K for Kate or Catherine. If the name doesn't make sense at the moment, don't worry. It could just be there's somebody around you that you've passed by and they've wanted to just give you some healing. But your lovely Nan and Granddad is just sort of showing you that you are the Queen of Hearts. They've just told me, tell her about the Queen of Hearts again. In Alice in Wonderland, you're fierce, you're strong, you're powerful. Don't allow others to make you doubt yourself, is what she's just said. And with that, I will leave their love with you. It was just a little message to say, we're here. Don't worry about it. You're not on your own. And there was a bit of an apology about the doors banging. So just hold on to the doors, because you might find next thing you know, a door opens or closes, you're going to be like, But with that, I thank you so much for feeding back. I do appreciate it. And I shall now close the connection and move on to somebody else. So Richard, let's spin the wheel, shall we say? And let's get some more lovely comments, please. Thank you. I'm going to take a sip of the drink whilst Richard's doing it. Oh, thank you, Paul. My poor old husband probably worries about me being Tigger half the time, but thank you very much. That's lovely comment. Thank you. Right. Let's go through. Okay, come on. Spirit. Right, I'd like to come to Shelley Hawkins, please. So I'd like to come to Shelley Hawkins. Thank you, Richard. Hello, Shelley. I hope you're okay for me to work with you. As I said, I know the answer is yes because you've commented, but as I said, it's always good practice. Right, okay. Now, okay. Right, the first thing I've got is I feel like I've got a mother figure with me. Now, she comes in on a mum's energy. This is my mum's lady side, that's my gentleman side, and she's coming in through here. Now, what's the first thing she's given me is I feel really dry in my mouth. Now, I very rarely take a drink when I'm doing platform, but she's just given me a really dry mouth. So I will ask, is mum in spirit? If it's not, it'd be Nan, but I have got a really dry mouth, and I feel like either I had to, okay, thank you. I'm being told, no, you didn't feel, I'm telling you. So she's a bit of a teller lady. Sipping, I had to sip water near to where I pass. So I don't know if that makes sense to you. I'll let you comment whilst I continue with this lovely lady. Right, but I need to recognise the sipping. Okay. As she's coming through, she's very much of a matter-of-fact type of lady. As I said, I went to say, I sense, and she went, no. She said, it's just so. So she's very much of a lady who tells you how it is, but it's done it in a way. Okay, I'll tell her in a second. Does it in a way that's very caring, but it's done in matter of fact. And she's also talking to me about how there's somebody here, maybe you or somebody else. That's brilliant. Thank you, Shelley. Who is very, very factual. Sometimes what they tell me, your loved ones, and I've got to put this in the right tone. It's quite amusing at times. It's very factual. However, she acknowledges that somebody sometimes can be a bit blinkered. They don't always look at situations from different perspectives. So sometimes they go the other way and are a little bit too focused on detail and not always seeing the bigger picture. Now, but she says she was very good at seeing the bigger picture, but she always kept to the facts. So she's just acknowledging what her own personality was like and what she was like down here. Right, okay. She's also just given me a teddy bear with this lovely lady. So I don't know if you've recently bought a teddy bear or a gift for somebody else, or whether you would still have your old teddy bear. Now, this is the imagery I've got is a little brown teddy bear, a proper traditional. Oh, that you're the very logical lady. Okay, but this little teddy bear, it's It's a traditional teddy bear. However, somebody has moaned, this is what she's telling me, somebody's moaned about the fact that its arms and legs don't move. Now, these are just little things to show that they're around you. Now, if it doesn't make sense to you, as I always say, hold on to it, because you may well find that somebody else will be talking to you, oh, I've got a teddy bear. And I do feel it is a gift, is what she's recognising. So either for you or a younger one. Okay, what else? Right. She's also talking about a young man here as well. You understand, oh, brilliant, you understand a teddy bear. Your mum's lovely. But I've also got about to acknowledge a young man here. Now, I've just been given the name Simon or a Stephen. I know I need to hear the S name of a gentleman's name, and it came through as either Simon or Stephen. So I'll pass over this name to you. Right. I've also got to be given, right, okay. The name I received, although I don't feel I'm completely right with it, is an Evelyn or an Evie or an Ivy. It's an old traditional name, and it came out through as Evelyn, but it may well be like a EV and the name's Lynn, or whether there is Ivy. I know I need to hear a V sound, so but it sounded as it came through as Evelyn, so there was an importance of this name. But I know I needed to give you the name Stephen. Right, let's do some months, and then we'll move on to your message and anything else I want to chat about. Right, okay. Your mum's, as much as she's can say, I tell you what she keeps making me do. Somebody's got a thing about eyeliner. I will have to go and describe it. I've got like the traditional wings here that everybody's now doing. So Stefan, oh brilliant, you can take the name Steve. Oh, I'm so glad, that makes sense. And yes, you can say, oh, your mum's brilliant, I'm loving it. Oh, I get very buzzy, by the way, so I do apologize when and we'll get back. Your mum's like, right, okay, we've done that, but let's get back to what I was saying. But she's talking to me about having eyeliner. So I don't know whether she was very much in a 60s girl with the whole beehive and everything else, but I am being really drawn to the fact that I should have some eyeliner here. I was like, thank you very much, lovely lady. But I've got to say, so I don't know, somebody is either a picture of her with strong eyeliner, or somebody has really wanted to reinvent themselves with makeup. I am going to put my hands up and say, I'm not too sure what she's talking about here. All I know is I'm meant to have some eyeliner on there. So that's going to be one of mine. I'm not too sure where that fits in, but I will pass over because she's adamant that you'll know what I'm talking about. Glad you do. Right, so anyway, we'll go back to the thing. Right, come, let's do some dates then. Right, okay, I need to talk about January's important. Yes, that's with her. All right, I'm glad we've acknowledged that one. Brilliant, thank you. I need to acknowledge that January is important, a birthday, party, and an anniversary. Well, I always seem to do 3. What other months do you want to give me? I need to recognise March as a birthday, party, and anniversary. She also talks to me that the winter period is good and bad, so there must be a passing in the winter period, but there must also have been a birth or a celebration, because she's like, winter is a good month, a good season, and a bad season. She also wants to acknowledge that August is important as well. Now, they do sometimes throw in dates for me. They have yet to tell me which part it fits in, but I keep getting told the 28th. So it would either be a birthday, party, or an anniversary. It may well fit with one of them months, or it may be a completely different month. But I know I need to acknowledge the 28th. It's important, so I will pass this over to you. Right, okay. Mum's talking about getting there. It's margin a pass from Zoom to. Okay, so thank you very much, Shelley. Your mum's talking about. Oh, do I have to tell Shelley off? That's right. I always say telling off because they kind of grass us up, basically, because she's talking about how somebody needs to get behind either the back of a cupboard or get down between the washing line or the washing machine. There's something about somebody needing to do some cleaning, and it's either it's happened and she was aware of it, or you've had a go at somebody or been aware of it. And I tell you what it's like you've got to get in the middle of your appliances, when unfortunately it can get a bit grubby in there. It's little things just to show you her personality and just show how she wasn't shy. No, I'm trying to be as polite as possible, but it's just to show you she's around you. But she's laughing at me because it's a bit like, go on, say it. So, and August is Stefan's birthday. Oh, brilliant, because she is laughing at me. She's finding this highly amusing, by the way, putting me in a position like this. But but I know there has been some cleaning going. Basically, somebody's having a bit of a deep clean. She's aware of this. Right, okay. Now, obviously, spirit can't tell the future, but they do recognise that there's a bit of frustration around us that's to do with the future at times. She was always perfect, oh bless her. I keep getting an image of a letter coming on the doorstop. So yeah, doormat, thank you. She went, no, it's not a doorstop, it's a doormat. I was like, okay. And I just need to recognise about this letter. So she makes me feel that either you're waiting on something and there's a little bit of feeling, a little bit of uncertainty at the moment, but I don't feel like it's directly connected to you. She gives me a feeling that you're waiting on something for somebody else. So I don't know if you're giving support to somebody else or whether you're the one that's waiting on, but I don't get this feeling she's given me that it's you. It's more that you're waiting for somebody else, because she just recognises about there's this letter. And okay, there's a gentleman that's coming around as well. Somebody's got a thing about collecting, or even looked at old birthday cards or postcards, because I've got old imagery of old cards, and it's just to recognise this gentleman, a gentleman in spirit. It feels like a dad. If it's not dad, it'd be granddad. But I've just got to recognise about somebody looking at old Christmassy cards or old birthday cards, and there was an image of a postcard. Like I said, these are just little things around you. He's just popped in. He just wanted to make a point, and you understand the letter. Oh, brilliant. He's just popping in just to make himself known. I do love it how Spirit's like, we're here, we've got an opportunity, let's pass through the message. But they are recognising about the letter, they're recognising about the frustration, and they're also talking about it's a little bit like at the moment getting up and down. There is a joke also about getting the carpet worn out. Although somebody has talked about getting a new carpet as well, because they've just talked to me to say she was aware about the new carpet as well that's happening. Right, is there anything else? You just thrown me loads of things, my lovely lady. There isn't, apart from just being aware that they're aware about this letter and the frustration, really there isn't much more to sort of come through with her, apart from obviously this gentleman like looking at postcards and envelopes, postcards and cards. Yes, okay, I'll stick to that, Spirit. It is just to show you that they haven't gone. Again, they keep giving me my sign, which is I know when things can feel a bit topsy-turvy, because they're just sort of saying we haven't gone, and our things haven't gone. So I don't know if you've really, because they're liking that. It's like our things haven't gone as well. So I just feel like they're sort of just giving you reassurance that they're around you as much as they're on mum's knickknacks, is what I'm being told. So it's just a nice little message just to sort of say they're aware of this frustration. They can't change it, obviously. They're up there, we're down here. But it's just to sort of just let you know that they are still around you and their things. So I don't know if you've been looking about having to clear out, or whether you've got some of mum's and dad's things, or mum and granddad's things around the house. It is just to sort of say they're around you. And Shelley, I'll just say thank you so much for allowing me to make the connection with you and allowing me to bring your mum. Just threw loads of things at me. She just seems to be that type of energy, like you can have this, you can have that, you can have this, just evidence to prove that she's around you. But I'll say thank you so much, Shelley, for allowing me to make your connection with your lovely mum, and that gentleman just popped in. I hope that resonates with you. Anything doesn't, obviously please hold on to it, but it's just to let you know they're still around you, they haven't gone anywhere. And I shall say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you. All right, let's move back to the comments, please, and we shall now move on to somebody else. Now we'll excellent. I hear that there's loads. Hello, let's do some hellos. Hello, Tammy here. We're going to do some more hellos and get our energy. I hear there's loads of you. I think they might need to give me another show, don't you think? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hello, Kaylee. Lovely to see you. I'm as cheeky as anything, if I can be. Hello, Paige. Hello, Paige Nicole. You're a new viewer to me. Welcome. Lovely to see you. Lovely to meet you. And on YouTube as well. Right. Hello, Gemma. Gemma's on Facebook. Oh, look at all them lovely hearts. Right. Let's go through again. Right. Hello. I do apologise if I say your name right. Kalarbel. I hope I said your name right. Oh, Rich is going, well done. That's my biggest worry. You ask any medium, most of the time we worry about saying your name wrong. So hello Mila, Millie B. I remember we connected previously. Hello and welcome back to the channel on YouTube. Hello Les and Leslie. Hello Leslie. Right, actually, do you know what? I would like to make a connection with Leslie if that's okay, please, Richard. Because I just like to come to Leslie if that's okay. Now, okay, and I know she said the message, and I do allow your past loved ones to guide me. Basically, they just tell me a bit like what you're telling me is stop. And he doesn't tell me to stop, but that's what spirit does. But it's just basically I come through. Right, okay. Now, Leslie, I'd love to come and work with you. I hope that's okay. Now, I know you said about losing your partner. I do feel him around me, but I also feel like I've got I've got his dad with him as well. So the first thing your partner wants to give you reassurance is that he is with his dad. So I don't know near when he passed or whether you've asked the question of whether your partner is with his family, or at least he was received, because he's just letting me know there is a father-in-law figure. So it's either his dad or his granddad, but I know I need to recognise him and an older gentleman with your partner. Right, okay. Now, the name I've just been given is I need to pass over the name Robert. Where that fits in the world, which side of the side, I'm not too sure, but I know I need to give you the name Robert. If it's not Robert, it will be a Roger. I know it's an R-O name that I need to give to you first of all. Right, okay. He talks to me that September wasn't a good month, and he also tells me it was the 3rd of September. So I don't know whether that was a birthday party or anniversary, but it would have been something had happened, birthday party anniversary, the beginning of November, because September. But something's happening in November as well, which just told me to say about November as well. So he needs to acknowledge that the beginning, early September, things wasn't easy, and it doesn't feel easy. It just feels like there was a bit of a struggle is what I need to recognise. But he's also talking to me about November's not a problem about names. Don't worry about it. They come in. I have to give him, otherwise spirit keep nagging at me. So don't worry about the Robert. But I know I need to acknowledge that the early September hasn't been an easy month, and then November's coming. Right, okay. Do I have to tell her? He's talking about Eva, you've worried about November's your birthday. Okay, thank you, my lovely. At least he remembered your birthday, because he told me that I remembered. Tell her I remembered. But he's laughing. Now, your lovely partner's got a bit of a naughty sense of humour. And the reason why I'm saying this is because he talks about, your partner was a female. Okay, thank you. Well, okay then, no problem. I do apologise. But your lovely partner is joking, because there is either that a fragrance, but I've got a fragrance. So I don't know if either you've still been smelling their fragrance, or whether you've been smelling. This sounds really, really weird, and I don't mean it in a weird way. If you still smell you can still smell them on your bedding, or you can still smell their clothing. It's their fragrance, but it's a bit like, this sounds, do I have to put it that way? Oh, okay then, this sounds really, really weird, but it's like, you know, when we miss somebody and we put their clothing to our nose, or we can still feel them near. So it's that sense and smell. So I just need to recognise it, and it is a sense. It's just her fragrance and recognising it. But it is like I'm putting a piece of cloth to my nose. But they're laughing, because it's like, really? Could you just have my bottle, basically? Okay. And also she's recognising about a pair of earrings. Now, there's either a pair of earrings that matches a pendant, or these earrings are like drop earrings, because she's talking about how they're not being worn. Now, I still have to acknowledge the lady. I know I got the gender wrong. I do apologise, but I need to recognise still that your partner is with her family. As you can still, right, okay, thank you. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. But I need to recognise the gentleman as well in spirit, because it's important for you to know that your partner is with her family there. Right, okay. Right, where else do you want to come through? But I need to talk about these pendants and these earrings. Right, and I've got, right, okay. I'm glad I said it. I always worry how I'm going to place it, but your partner's laughing here. Right, okay, the first thing I need to get, I've just been giving your name Sarah. If it's not Sarah, it would, no, I've been told to tell Sarah. It feels like a Sarah, that's the name, but I know I need to give Sarah, her dad has passed and is in the same. Okay, brilliant. I think it was important to say this, but I know I need to give you the Sarah as well. So August is important as well. She says, and then I'm getting, sorry, I'm going to have to sing again. I've got summer breeze makes me feel nice. That's enough singing. You only get 2 bars out of me. Richard's laughing at me in my ear roll. I've got the song Summertime, and then that's it. So if the song doesn't make sense at the moment, don't worry about it. All I would say is hold on to the song. That's it. Yes, thank you. Hold on to the song, because sometimes you will listen and you'll find it, it'll come on the radio. Don't go looking for it, obviously, but you just got, but I've got this summer breeze, and I just need to recognise that August was a tough month as well, but it's a bit like I wanted a bit of sunshine as well. Right, okay. I haven't got a clue where that is, my lovely. I got to give you Marbella. Now, I'm going to put my hands up and say I was pants at GCSEs, so I've just got to give you Marbella. Now, I'm going to put my hands up, and it feels like, oh, wait, I know obviously a holiday destination. I don't, oh, she passed in summertime. Okay, thank you. I don't know whether Marbella has any connection with you or whether she is just talking about beaches and umbrellas, but I know I need to give you Marbella. It could just be for me to pick up it being a holiday resort. I know it's a holiday resort, but I need to pass that over to you. Right, because she's doing really, really well, bless her. Right, okay. She said to me, oh, she passed in July. Okay. So, okay, thank you. Right, she's coming. But she is talking to me. It was like that. She said to me, there was a bit of a, this sounds really weird, there was a bit of a build-up to her passing. Don't worry about Marbella. I haven't got, well, you see, it's Marbella. I haven't even got a clue it's Mel, and anyway. But she's like, no, come back to my thing. She's just talking to me about how it was a bit of a build-up and then went. She said to me, she went to see the sunrise. Okay, that's our beach then. Oh, but it's Marbella. Thank you, Richard. See, I've learned something new already today then. But this talking, she said, thank God for that. So she was relieved, is what she's telling me. When the moment happened, she said it was a relief. There was a relief of it happening, but she said there was a bit of a build-up going on there. She is thankful that you was there, or that you tried to get to her, because she recognises about you wanting to be present, or your presence was there, because it's like, I knew she was there regardless. So I don't know whether oh bless, okay, but she was relieved when it happened, but I need to recognise your presence. So I don't know whether you didn't get there, because she's like, I knew you was with me, but I don't get a full sense that even when she passed, you wasn't in the room or you was with her. I just get this feeling that she's making a point. She knew you was with her, but even if you wasn't in body, she knows you was with her. There is this reassurance, and it's like, the way she's giving it to me is like, I know I was safe and I was secure, and I was safe. And it's like, I know she was around me. So she just wants you to know that there was an awareness there. It's really important for her to know that I knew. Okay, what else? That's really important. Right. And I've got rings with you. Oh, blimey. She knew she was with you, though, because she said to me she knows that you was present with her. And that's what she wanted you to know. I'm just going to, because she's like, we'll come back to the ring in 2 seconds. I just need to, she's like, yeah, tell her. She knew you was with her, even though you weren't physically there. She said to me, I know she was with me. Okay. But there is about a ring as well. And she said to me, will you put it on the right finger, please? She said to me, because because she keeps drawing me to my wedding rings. Now, I know she's your partner, but I'm like, either there was a ring that she gave you, or you've moved a ring, or you won't place it, because she's like, will you place it on the right finger, please? So the way she's giving me is that she still sees that she was wed to you. She's like, I was committed 100% to her, but she's like, can you put that ring on the right place? So I don't know whether you've thought about getting a memory ring for her, or there is a ring, because she's like, can you put it on the right finger? So there is a recognition of a ring. Right, okay. Is there anything else? Right. I need to recognise the names Daniel, and I need to recognise the name Mark. I know I need to use at least the names D-A for like a Dan, Darren. and a Mark would be an M-A, if not it'd be a Matthew, but I know I need to recognise these names. They're important to her, but I need to recognise these. Right. Anything else? Actually, I can feel she's going to start singing at me. I can feel another song coming through. Come on, if you're going to sing me. Right. Who sings that song? Right. I've got These Boots Are Made for Walking. Now, it's not the original person who sings that song, but I've got You Don't Know Me. I can't remember words. There's a song, I'm sure she'll come through, but it's just talking about, okay, what is the song then? Come on, you're going to sing it to me. She loved to sing, and I'm glad you. That makes sense then, Leslie, because she's singing to me, and I'm struggling to get the words. And it is These Boots Are Made for Walking. I know that one because she's just given me the line. These boots are made for walking. But I've got You Don't Know Me. No, it's not. It's not a Dirty Dancing. No, no, it's not a Dirty Dancing song. Richard's trying to help me. He's trying to get me lyrics for me. But I tell you, this sounds really weird. Okay, I'll tell you why I know the song. Somebody Must Love Doctor Who, because it's with David Tennant. This is how these things work in my head. It's on David Tennant. Oh God, I hope you watch Doctor Who. David Tennant, when he goes to the planet where there are the clones, and there's a song that he sees, and I can't remember what his companion, but I know I need to recognise this song. She's singing to me. I can't grasp it, but it's where it comes from. So I'm going to go with, I don't know if you like Doctor Who or if somebody enjoyed Doctor Who, but I just need to acknowledge this bit. Anyway, right. Yeah, okay, we're not going to try and stretch anymore because then we're missing the message, but I just had to give you where that song came from in my head. Right, okay, apart from her. Right, okay. And I also need to give the name Joseph. There's a Joe, doesn't feel like a John, it's a Joe or a Joseph. All right, what she just wanted to let you know was that she knew you was with her, even though you wasn't physically with her. She said, I knew she was with me. She was glad. She did use the F word to sort of say, thank crikey, it happened quickly, because I don't think she wanted it to last or linger, is what she's just said. But she is just sort of saying, tell her I knew you were with me. Doesn't matter that you weren't physically. I knew you was with me, and you would have moved heaven and earth to get there. And she just wants to come through with that for you. And I don't know whether, because she keeps drawing me to your profile picture, and I don't know what it is, but that looks like a river to me. But she's talking to me about getting a stone. I don't know whether there's a big pebble or something like that can have an inscription on it. There's something about getting something in memory, and it's of stoneware. She's aware of this for you. I don't know whether you've got something like that, or whether you may find you walk through a garden centre and there's something around you. Okay, and she needs to give you 8. I don't know what 8 means. I don't know. If 8 doesn't make sense, as in it doesn't door number or anything like that, hold 8, because she just gives me a feeling that she's going to give you a sign. It'll be something different and unique, Leslie. And I'll just say, I'll close the connection, say thank you so much. She just really wanted to let you know that she is around you. Yeah, don't feel bad. And yeah, hold on to number 8, because you might find you start seeing the number 8 pinging everywhere. But she's glad. She's glad where she is, basically, is what she said. So Leslie, she still wants to keep going, but I'm going to say thank you so much to your lovely lady, your lovely partner. Thank you so much for bearing with me. I will close the connection, and I send in all her love, obviously, from everybody else. So thank you so much, Leslie. All right, Richard, let's go and do some more hellos and make our next connection, please. Brilliant. Oh, brilliant. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. I had a memorial and left a memorial butterfly for her. She was aware of it, and it is stoneware. And I wouldn't be surprised if you find something else from her, Leslie. But thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed your connection. Do some more hello. Hello, Ali Marie. Lovely to meet you from Facebook. We're doing some more hellos and raising that energy again. Hello, Cecilia. Lovely to meet you on Facebook. Oh, Cecilia, you missed it. I was singing that song, unfortunately, for the other lady. Hello, Jojo. Lovely to see you. Lovely to meet you on Facebook. Hello, Sawana. I do hope I said your name. Lovely to meet you on Facebook as well. Hello, Siobhan. Lovely to meet you as well. You're late, right? I've been back from work. Oh, I hope work wasn't too stressful for you. And I see that you're on Facebook, so come back and chill. Hello, Amy. Okay, I would like to work with Amy if that's okay, please. Richard? Thank you. I'd like to work with Amy Owls. Amy, I'd love to come and work with you if that's okay. And what I will say to everybody else, if you have got a connection with somebody you would like to make the connection with, by all means, as you saw with the lovely lady, I was able to, and Shelley, I was able to bring who they wanted to make their connection with. Sometimes we will come to Amy. I'm just waiting for your person to come in. They're strolling in, by the way, Amy. They're here, but they're strolling in. Come take a seat then, person. Sometimes, isn't it, we all sit there and we're all like, I really, really want to hear from this person. And then our great uncle Bob comes in. We're like, really? So if you do want to make a connection with a past loved one, don't be shy. By all means, comment who you'd like to make the connection with. All it just simply means is, for me, I just make sure that we get more evidence for you. Right. So, Amy, I'd love to come and work with you if that's okay. Right. Okay. The first thing I've got, I don't know why Spirit keeps making me do this at the moment. Maybe I need to hold my neck up high. I've got a lady that's come through for you. Now, she's come in as in a very relaxed type of approach is what she's coming through. And she gives me a feeling for you, Amy, that that's what we need at the moment, is a little bit of needing to just relax. Now, I would say the word chill. Your nan wouldn't say the word chill. She'd sort of say time for a bit of R&R. So she's coming through on a relaxed vibe, and that's the first thing she wants to say to me is, for you, Amy, it's about relaxing. Now, also, I've got with you, now I don't know whether this is because you've got lots of I don't know whether you work in a caring industry with young ones or whether you support young ones. I've just got the moment of feeling like I'm run off my feet at the moment, and I've got lots of young ones energy around me, and she's recognizing this one, and she's talking to me about that you're here, there and everywhere at the moment. She says to me, you're all over the place, and it's not that they're running you ragged, because she said to me, tell her it's not because then you're not in the situation where you're being able to control it. It's just, it feels a little bit like there's a little bit of firefighting going on at the moment. Okay, so Amy, if that's correct, oh, hang on, brilliant. Let me see. That sounded really bossy. Sorry, Richard. Okay, okay. Right, I'm not promising loads more children. I just feel like I've got a lot of attention that's needing to be done, and I do feel like I'm running around. Right, okay. Why have we got that straight? Right, okay. This is a memory, but I don't know if you've recently talked about it. No, I said obviously you've got a little one and you've got a 1-year-old stepson. I've got Sesame Street and I've got Big Bird. And I know she's not being mean to me because she's such a lovely lady. So I don't know whether you had talked about, and I've got Elmo. So I'm obviously in the puppet realm here. So I don't know if your little one likes Jim Henson and likes all of that type of puppetry, or whether you've talked about, oh, you wish there was Sesame Street around, because I just need to acknowledge Jim Henson, and I need to acknowledge the puppet Sesame Street, and I've got Elmo, so and Big Bird. So I'm just thinking, first of all, got to pass that over to you, because it does feel like it is present day conversation with some reflection to the past. I hope that makes sense to you. I'll wait for you to come back and go, Claire, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. Right, okay, come through. But I need to give you the name Margaret. It was straight away, she went Margaret. Now, if it isn't Margaret, it'd be a Mary, but I know I need to give you the name Margaret. So this lovely lady who does feel like a nan, she's just given me the name Margaret. I've also got to recognise May and June as birthday party or anniversary. So she told me May's important and June, again, as birthday party or anniversaries. Okay. She's also talking about how either you're struggling to eat well or you're struggling to make somebody eat well. Now, we all know we have partners in life, and sometimes our partners are the ones that we try and make them eat healthily. But I feel like she's recognising the struggle of trying to get somebody to eat well at the moment, whether that's yourself. And she's talking to me about somebody is very singular, is what I'm getting. So I feel like somebody's got the way she's given it to me is somebody either is just will only eat one set of vegetable at the moment, and I keep getting carrots. So I don't know whether it's either your my son's birthday's okay, brilliant, and May and June, brilliant, thank you, Amy. Right, now you've got to come back to me whether you know about Sesame Street. No, I'm only joking. I pass these things over because you might find it comes on TV tomorrow and you'll be like, oh. But I need to recognise about somebody's eating singular, and like I said, I've got carrots. Either somebody's being single-minded and only eat one type of vegetables, but she's like, I feel like it's becoming, she says to me, it's coming a bit of a battle at the moment. So she's recognising it's a bit of a stress. She says to me, it's about managing your battles, not just with your little one, but other people around you. She says to me, and also somebody keeps asking for an opinion, or for you to give their opinion, because she's like, you just need to keep a step back at the moment. So I don't know if that makes sense for you at the moment, Amy, because she's just talking to me about having to sort of keep back and not get involved in too many arguments. It's like somebody's trying to pull you into an argument or pull you into having an opinion at the moment, because she's like, you just need to step back. It doesn't feel overly negative in what she's given me. It's just like you'll just end up being, to me, you'll end up getting shot in the foot, is what she's just basically said to me. It'll just be a case of you're being asked to make decisions, or you're being asked to sort of agree with an opinion. She said to me, and all that will happen is that you'll get hurt out of everybody else. And she just wants to give you a little bit of protection, a little bit of, she's standing in front of this person. So there is this sense of just trying to make sure that you don't get dragged into it at the moment. So I hope that makes sense to you. Right, what else, my lovely? Right, okay. Ah, you've been watching the Elmo. There we go. Why not? I love Elmo, so why not? Even in my 40s. Okay, so you knew what the Elmo was. Right, okay. Now, she's made me do this the whole time. I know I've done it sometimes, but she's making me do this at the moment. Now, this could mean that she wants you to, or me, to make sure that our necks are well exercised. But there is also a sense of her about her telling you chin up at the moment. She says to me, not everything is plain sailing, but she says to me, you've got the skills and capabilities. You've got, oh, you know where she's getting from. Okay. She's just talking about the fact that you can manage a lot more than you think you can, is what she tells me at the moment. Okay. She says to me that you've picked up, and now I know you said about the little one in your life being your stepson, but she's also talking to me about the fact that you've picked up the mantle in other areas. So there is a sense of you taking on extra responsibility. She says to me, don't allow other people's faults to overwhelm you. So I don't know, again, whether you've got a bit of, as I would say, a bit of a Debbie Downer going on around you that's not the most positive person, because she's like, don't worry about the people's thoughts getting you down, is what she says. So she just wants to, she's just coming in, and like I said, she I don't think she was a slow person in life. I think it was just the way she wanted to present herself. She just wants to come through with offering you some comfort, offering you to be relaxed. And now she's took to me about tea. Now, I am a cup of tea person. I do love a cup of tea, but I've also just been taken to Yorkshire. Richard, stop it. You tell me what, I'm going to grass him up anyway, but that's not what I was talking about. With a tea, I'm being told about Yorkshire tea. So now when I get Yorkshire tea, that normally I'm very particular in my type of tea. So she's making me feel that she was very particular in a type of brand that she liked. Also, I've also got to recognise, now this is going to be funny, biscuit tea. Some of you may not be aware of biscuit tea, but Yorkshire tea do a flavoured tea, and it tastes like as if you're dipping in rich tea biscuits. Now, I know I've given you that information because what she's given me is that somebody loves a cup of tea, loves a type of brand of tea, and somebody likes different flavoured teas, the different types of fruit tea. She's like, oh no, she likes a normal cup of tea, but there is also recognising that somebody is a bit of a teapot as well, but they like different teas. It's just to show that there is, oh bless you, yes, with the tea, she's talking about how the fact that, okay, excuse me, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So there's somebody here that's a bit of a teapot as well, but they like to experiment in different teas. But yeah, she is just come, and your mum likes different teas there, and it would be an apple from, because we've got We've got the females line. Brilliant. Thank you. Your lovely name's making me smile. And somebody's talking about, okay, as I said that smile, she went to me, yeah, but you make sure you don't get your wrinkles. So honestly, what spirit do to me, honestly, but it's just a way to connect, because so there's somebody that's either been talking about either they're really, really tired, we need some more sleep, don't we all, especially in this busy life, but there's also about somebody's talked about changing their face cream or putting some eye cream or making sure they need to look after their face and put some cream on, because she just went, as I was smiling, she went, yeah, but be careful of them wrinkles. So it's done as an jest, but it is done to just show you that she's around you, offering you different things. And there is somebody that's talked about not necessarily looking after their skin, is what she said. And she just took me to my wrinkles. Thanks, lovely. Right, okay. Is there anything? And I need to give you the name Elizabeth, but then I got down to a Bet. Or a Betty. Now, I had that last night, funny enough. So she's just, this lovely lady's used the same feeling that I had yesterday. So there's an Elizabeth, but it would be shortened down to a Bet or a Beth or a Betty, but I know I need to recognise this name as well. And she has just come in just to come and give you some comfort, and just come in to give you some love and reassurance. Relax. Don't allow others to sort of make you feel a bit wobbly, basically. She has just come in to give you some comfort. And a lot of time, that's what our messages are about, is comfort. So, Amy, I hope that the other bits resonate with you. Thank you so much for allowing me to bring in your lovely nan, even when she starts talking to me about my wrinkles. I'm only in my 40s. And I'll just say thank you so much for allowing me to make your connection. Right. Okay. Let's move on. Excellent. Okay. Right, we will be back in 2 minutes after some adverts. So make sure you pop and go and get yourself a cup of tea or a coffee, and I shall see you soon.
Are you planning a paid spiritual event, or looking for something to do this weekend? Then visit myspiritualevents.com. You can browse the listing, view the event details, watch a YouTube clip, look at a mini gallery, select dates and times, pay for tickets using PayPal or your debit card. Organizers can register for free and start selling tickets within minutes, be it for their online or in-person spiritual event. As an organizer, you will have access to your own admin dashboard, which will display information such as your income and your bookings, all in a simple and user-friendly display. It's free to use. Join and upgrade to an organizer. Come and visit us at myspiritualevents.com.
My Spirit Life is a free online interactive magazine for those who have an interest in improving their spiritual lives. Authors can upload images, videos, and audio clips to their own articles. The public can place comments, rate the article, and follow the author. All articles are vetted before being published. For more information and to place your own article, please visit myspiritlife.co.uk. Start your day tomorrow from 11 a.m. with Bree. The show consists of future and past life readings. Join Bill Hughes during his Collective Consciousness show tomorrow night from 8 p.m. Bill is joined by different guests offering a demonstration of mediumship.
Good evening. Right, I thought for the newbies, I better let you know who Richard is. I promise you, it's not a spirit guide. Well, I'm calling him my spirit guide tonight. Richard is our producer, and he sits in my ear and he chuckles. And he's lovely. So I know a lot of you know Richard. So for the newbies, you're probably thinking, who's Claire talking about Richard? It's Richard in my ear, chuckling away and telling me not to sing. So that's Richard anyway. So welcome back to everybody that's come on. I hope that was a quick enough chance for you to have a little comfort break. I shall now make some more connections with spirit. And what I'll say is, if you're enjoying this channel, which I absolutely love this channel, obviously they gave me the opportunity to come back on, they must be mad. Don't forget, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, like and make sure that you click to follow, because we all want to make sure that we get our links and notifications of other people that are coming on, especially my next friend, which is Bill, who was obviously between Bill and Richard, who gave me the opportunities a couple of weeks ago. So don't forget to like and subscribe and follow, so you can get to see other lovely mediums. Right, okay, Richard, let's go again. Excellent. Brilliant. Have we got 44 shares? Right, Richard's given me, well, he hasn't given me the target, because otherwise I'll be sitting there sharing. Richard has said, as it's my first time, we have done 44 shares. Let's see if we can get up to 60 shares. I don't know whether that will mean anything for me, but I know for the channel it will be amazing. So get to sharing, and let's see if we can get up to the 60 people, or the 60 shares. That would be amazing, please. Right, excellent. Right, come on, Richard, let's get some more lovely names so I can do some more hellos and make another connection. Nadina, I hope I said your name properly. Honestly, I worry about saying. Thank you. From Belgium. Wow. Hello, all the way from Belgium. Excellent. Lovely to meet you. And you're on YouTube. Hello, Madison. Lovely to see. Oh, we've had loads of Madison. So hello, Madison. Remember, I am a direct medium. So what I say is, if you want to make a connection with your past loved ones, you're welcome to put down a relationship or a name. All it just simply means is, it just means I don't have to sort of worry about whether I've basically murdered your family. That is the biggest worry. When I say, is it your dad? And you go, no, your dad's here. And it's like, oh, I'm so sorry. So hello, Joanne. So like I said, if you want to make a connection with past loved ones, by all means put down. Hello, Terry. Lovely to meet you on YouTube. That's all right. Hello, Julie. Julie would like to make a connection with her Uncle John, and she's on YouTube with her lovely pussycat. Hello, Stacey. Lovely to meet you again on YouTube as well. Right, let's go. I can feel something coming around me. Okay, thank you. I'd like to make a connection with Sharon, because as I was coming, this gentleman went, the next person, that's my daughter. I want to talk to Sharon. So I'd like to come and make a connection with Sharon. So Sharon, I hope it's okay for me to come and work with you. As I said, I know the answer is yes, because obviously you've commented, but it's always good practice when I'm at churches and centres. So hello, Sharon. Lovely to make the connection with you. I know you wanted to ask your dad. Now, your dad's come through. Now, the first thing he's come through is he's come through with a real, okay, thank you. So I have to describe it more, because it's more how he's making me feel, and then we'll get into the evidence. The way he's coming through is he's coming through as vibrant, is the easiest way I can explain it. He's I'm strong, I'm holding myself up, I'm broad, and the way he's given me is a feeling from him is that it's like I'm back to where I was, not where I left. So there's a sense and a lovely feeling with your dad that when he passed, he wasn't your strong dad, is what I'm being told. So there is a sense of not being as strong as he wanted to be. Right now, he keeps giving me the names. I've got the name John. I know it's a very traditional name, but I've got to give you the name John. I know you said you're in Ireland, but he also gave me the name Paul or Patrick. I know I need to recognise the P part of the name as well. So I know I need to give you the name John, and I need to give you the name Patrick. There's also, I need to give you the name Maria, Marion. I know it's like a it's a mom. We're not in the Margarets and things like, it's like a Maria, a Marion, a Marie. I know I need to give these names to you. Now, they feel more like the people here than a still in spirit, but at the moment we're still debating on that one in the spirit world, but I need to pass this over. Right, okay. No problem. I'm talking, apparently there's two lovely Sharons, but it's Sharon Duffy that I'm making the connection with her lovely dad. So it's Sharon D, shall I say. So yes, so apologies. There's two Sharons there. Right, so Sharon Duffy, as I'm making the connection with your dad, I am talking about feeling a lot stronger, feeling more vibrant, feeling more energy. And he recognises about being strength. Now, your lovely dad is making me roll up my sleeves. So this is a gentleman that talks about how he's worked with his hands, and he was, I wouldn't say it doesn't feel like he was in architecture or building trade, but I know I would roll up my sleeves. There is also a connection with cars, or at least thinking he was tinkering is what I am being told, because I've got a tinkering with cars. But I get the sense and the feeling that he may not necessarily been a full mechanic, or if he was only specialised in engineering. But I know I'm tinkering is what I'm saying. Right, okay, what else? Right, let's get some months out. Right, I need to recognise January, birthday, party, anniversary for January. He's also talking to me about September. So last month, no, yeah, in September, yeah, past September. Birthday, party, anniversary in September. Oh, okay, take that away, sir. We'll do that in 2 seconds. My Burton Patch is my granddad. Okie dokie, you can take the names. Brilliant. I'm going to take that away, sir, because I don't like that. We can talk about it in a second. And I need to recognise December as well as a birthday, party, and anniversary. So we've got the beginning of the year and the end of the year, and then he's talking about the middle of the. He was talking about the September. Now there is somebody. The way he's making me feel that is either. What he was doing originally was either he had suffered with indigestion, or there was, I'm not a doctor, clearly not a doctor, but I need to recognise about there being difficulties here in this area. Now, what he was making me feel was like I wanted to burp, so I don't know whether he had some tummy troubles and he was struggling there, or whether he had a blockage or something. I don't know, but it's the way he's making me feel. I asked him to take it away because I didn't like it, and I don't always like that feeling, but I needed to recognise there was something going on around here. But I feel like it was either him or somebody else has had some tummy troubles, because he's just wrecking. Okay, and he rolled up his sleeves, because look, I can prove it because he made me roll my sleeves up, and spirit make me do lots of different things. And you reckon, right? Okay. Now I'll tell you what I've got. This is past imagery, and I don't know whether it is your lovely dad or whether this would be a picture of somebody else. Somebody looked like a teddy boy. Now, unfortunately, I'm not. I know what they are, but I tell you what I've got. Spirit, give me weird things. My hair is slicked back, and I've got like a bit of, not I wouldn't say a quiff going on, but I know my hair's got a bit of height, shall we say, but I'm switched back. So somebody was either a teddy boy, or they used Brill cream. Thank you, sir. They just use it. No, it's not Richard. Is your lovely dad in spirit talking about, because I'm like, I want to move my hair back a bit. So I don't know whether that is either a partner or a brother or somebody else. It is a memory of somebody having being a bit of a teddy boy with the hair. But as I said teddy boy, he went, that's also a name as well. So somebody is a Teddy, or would have been a Theodore, but would have been known as Ted or Teddy. So I need to recognise the name as well. So I'll pass that over to you as well. Right, okay. Right, come through and talk to me what you want to talk to your lovely daughter about. Right, I've got to give you 5. Oh, yes, his hair. I'm glad you recognised his hair. I need to talk to you about 5, Sharon. 5's important. Now, when I come down lower numbers, it normally means children. So I don't know whether you're one of 5, either he was one of 5, or whether there is 5 grandchildren. But I need to recognise 5, and then he's just given me 15. So, okay, yes. Oh, right, okay. And he's, oh, brilliant. All right. I've got, thank you very much. I've got 5 and I've got 515. 515. Okay. All right. I said 5, then I said 5, and then I had the 15, and then I went 515. So I will give to you, because he made me say it, and I just allow them to use their energy. I don't know whether he passed in or around 515, and you're one of 5. Okay, we've got that bit. There is a 15, but there was a 515. So it may be something you need to just take away. I don't know whether you might notice on the clock 515, or whether you might find, or 515, it has some relevance either to his passing or an important time. Very new for me to get that, so I will pass it with a hands up to sort of say that's quite new for what they've done for me. But I know I need you to recognise the 5. I need you to remember the 15, and then I've got a 515. 550. Ah, right, thank you. Right, okay, so you've made me do something new. I've not done that before. Thank you so much. I just knew I had to put numbers together. Right, you're lovely. Your dad is helping me. Spirit always does this to me on lives. They give me something new to learn in front of everybody. Your dad was somebody, and I say was, and then I get told off as it is somebody, because it's still present tense, because they're still here, just in another world, of helping and guiding. He was, okay, thank you. He said to me, he didn't mind helping anybody else if they helped themselves. So it's a little bit like he would help them, give them their tools. He would help them do something around the house or help a friend on the condition that they were prepared to help themselves. So he's like, I'll help you, but you've got to help yourself as well. So it's a bit like, I gave you this, you've got to figure it out, but he will help me with it. Also, him and somebody else is very good with their times tables. Numbers are important to this gentleman, because he's just talked to me about helping person with their timetables being quick is what he's just recognizing. So his energy was, I helped you, you figured it out, girl. He said to me, but he was helping me because I want to learn and I want to help others. So he gives me this one. Right, okay. Now I know you're still in Ireland, and obviously we know Ireland's a very, very green country, but he is taking to me about green being really important to the family at the moment. So I don't know if somebody's talked about changing their decor and they want to bring some more green, or somebody's talked about a greenhouse, because I really want to bring the outside in. So he gives me a feeling that somebody's either, you've talked about you, or a family member's talked about redecorating, having like an indoor garden kind of thing, bringing plants in and colour. So I need to recognise bringing the outside in, just present day, to show you that he's around you. Right, okay. I need to give you the name. Okay, I need to give you the name. Sorry, I'm trying to get the name. It starts with D. Now the name I got was Douglas, or a Doug, or a Douglas. That's how it sounded. It was his. Okay, brilliant, thank you. Douglas. So I don't know whether the name's right, but it's like I want to use the name D. I want to use and it's a real predominant D. So, but it felt like Douglas. So I'll give you the name Douglas, but I know I need to recognise the name D. But that's somebody here is what he's talking to me. Right. Okay. Right. Now I've got a song that's going around in my head. Everybody just goes, "No, come on, singing, Claire." It's a new song by Ezra. Yeah, he says, isn't it? And it's green, green grass, blue, blue sky. You better have a party on the day that I died. Now, I love that song. That song's going to stay with me, I'm sure. But I don't know whether somebody either likes and has either been hearing George Ezra a lot, or either you had a party on his funeral. Now, I don't mean party as in wahey, but a celebration is what he's talking about, because he's talking to me about celebrations. And rejoicing, he says, in his passing. Now, what I will say is hold on to the song, because you might find you hear it later today and then you know your lovely dad's around you. But I know I needed to recognise this song as well. But there is a recognising that at least there was rejoicing with his passing. It was a celebration of him and his personality, because you see, that's what he wanted. He wanted people to remember what was good about him. Oh my God, I'm so glad that, brilliant. Fantastic validation from your lovely dad. Yeah, he really wanted and was happy that there was celebrations as well regarding his passing. That sounds really bad, and I don't mean it like that. And he's laughing at me because he says to me, "You can't get the way the words out," and I'm like, thanks, sir. It is just to say there was a celebration of his life, is what he's saying. Okay, right. Now I know you're in Ireland. I really only know some places, but some of my family are from Ireland. But he's just given me Blackrock. I know that's near Dublin. I don't know whether Dublin and Blackrock has any connection to you. I only know obviously the main parts and the big parts of Ireland, but he's just told me and reminded me about my own family being near in Blackrock. I've got to give it to you, because I know that if I don't give it to you, I'll kick myself and they'll tell me off in spirit, but I have to give it. If it doesn't make sense, and don't worry about it. It's just about him connecting with me and making our connection stronger. Right, what else do you want to talk about? Right, okay. Right, he's coming through as a reassurance. One thing was about his passing. The second thing he wants to sort of say to you, you did the right thing regarding, I won't say his will, but there is either there was some uncertainty or something around his passing wasn't valid, confirmed on where it was going to go, because he says to me, you did what you knew I would want, is what he's talking about. So I don't know whether either he didn't have a will, or whether you was the executor of will, or whether you had some I wouldn't say influence, but he just talks to me about you voiced what needed to be said, is what he's telling me. So he's just recognizing that he wants to say thank you, and he wants you to not feel guilty either. Okay, thank you. He makes me feel that it wasn't easy to say what needed to be said, is what he said. So he just wants to recognize it might even just be something small, but it just feels like there was some worry or some concerns about whether everybody met your dad's wishes. And he's like, tell her that there was no worry, there was concern, and if it wasn't you supported somebody saying, no, this is what dad wanted, or this is what we should do for dad, because he's just coming through on reassurance for you. Right, okay. You're going to give me another new one now. All right, okay. Thank you. Right, what is it? Like I said, your dad helps me doing things. Now, the spirit have started doing it. They haven't done it to me for the past 2 weeks. He's given me a year to give to you. I need to talk about 1978, and I need to give you 1965. What other year? Yeah, okay. And 1962. So I've got, and why do we go backwards? 1962, 1965, 1978. That's very new to me with spirit. They're starting to throw in years, and as you see, your lovely dad helped me with timings as well. I will pass them as years. If they don't make sense at the moment, don't worry about it. It's just something for you to ponder about. It's just that he just wanted to throw these years at me. He's just making me learn. And also, very quickly, I don't know whether it was him or somebody else that's passed. I'm feeling like okay. On my right hand side, sorry, I'm slightly dyslexic and I still don't know my left and right in my head, so I have to do it in my head. On this side of my face, I feel like either somebody suffered with a part stroke, or whether somebody lost some strength in this side of their face, because it's just felt like at the time, the way he was impressing upon me, as if something like that, and my right eye was slightly closed. Now, I don't know whether that was something to do with dad, or whether that's just somebody else in spirit pressing themselves against me. And my teeth. Somebody struggled to talk as well, because I've just struggled with that. So I know I've got, it's somebody in spirit. It's not somebody here. It's somebody in spirit. I know I've got somebody else, and I don't feel it's like your dad. I'm struggling to speak. This isn't your dad. I'm struggling to speak. I feel like I've got, as if my right side of my face is slightly going numb. My eyes, I don't know. Okay, who are you then? That's exactly it, Richard. I feel like I've got a stroke because I'm struggling to talk. God, please. I've got somebody in spirit that's just pressing upon themselves, or having a stroke on their right hand side with their eye and their teeth. Now, I don't know whether that's dad or whether there's somebody else in spirit. They're not making themselves strong. They're just pressing their energies upon me. They're also talking to me, but they've just drawn me to my head as well, and my right side. Sharon, I don't know if this makes sense to you. If this doesn't make sense to you, then I feel like I've got somebody else in spirit coming through with me, and sometimes they do that to me. So I will ask, can you take somebody in spirit who had a stroke, it affected their right side, something to do with their head, obviously, and it impacted their vision and their speech? I will ask Sharon Sharon Duffy, obviously, and see whether that makes sense to you. Not dad. Okay. Can you take somebody in spirit that passed or struggled with a stroke, but it's specifically on the right side? I generally don't ask, but this person isn't making themselves fully known to me, and I'm just trying to figure out whether your lovely dad has stepped to one side to allow this person to come through for another message. Right, my nan had a stroke, so Jojo can take the stroke. Okay, right, I will come back. Richard, if you could just hold Jojo for me for 2 minutes, because it did feel this person did feel feminine, because we're also recognizing my energy was coming in here. But I'll just come back to our lovely Sharon, so we just know we're there, and then I'll go back to Jojo and say, right, it's not your dad. Okay, Sharon, your dad has allowed this person to come through. Now, this lovely lady isn't pushing upon me, it's just that she's using my energy. And your dad is somebody that didn't want to take, like, be the centre of attention. He's just sort of saying he has stepped back slightly. I'm asking him to step forward. He is just really okay. He's okay. It's just to recognise this and Rich is chatting away in my ear. He's just took that step back here for somebody else to come through, and that would have been his character. If he knew somebody else needed some help, he'd step his back. So Sharon, I will close the connection down there, because I'm conscious I've got time, and I've got this lovely lady in spirit pressing upon me, just to know that your dad's around you. And he just wanted to say, basically, thumbs up to what was done. He was happy, and he wanted to give his evidence to you with a song. And I shall say thank you so much, Sharon, for allowing me to make the connection with you. So thank you so much, Sharon. Your lovely dad was lovely, so thank you. All right, Richard. Right. Right. Okay. So Richard said we've got a few people taking this. Okay. Right. Richard, let's get Richard busy making sure he's keeping an eye on your comments for me. Right. Richard's just gone, thanks. Right. Okay. Right. Let's get this lady now. We're obviously conscious of time as well, and I know she pulled upon me. I know she's a nan. She's on my side. Right, okay. I need to give the name that starts with M, and now the name I've got is, and that sounds really fat, is Mavis. Now, it may not be Mavis, but it is a traditional old name that starts with M-A, but it doesn't feel like a Margaret. It's like a Mavis, that type of name. So anyway, come through with this one. So the people that can take this, if you can take this bits of the evidence, then please do so. If we don't ever find a person, which I doubt very rarely that won't happen, just note that this message can be for a few of you, especially if you can take this. But I know I'm in Nan, but obviously Nan could easily be a mum, right? But I know I've got the name Mavis, right? Right, here we go. And I know I'm definitely on the right side of it. Right, this lovely lady, it frustrated her after she had this stroke. So she does give me a feeling that this wasn't her full end of her passing, but it really frustrated her, because she says to me she felt limited. She felt, okay, thank you. Okay, she's coming right through. Right, come on. Let's get your message out there, my lovely. She was angry. And I don't mean angry as in nasty. It's angry at the situation. She was frustrated. She tells me I felt trapped in my body. I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. She also talks about, okay, Mary, Jojo can take, I do feel like I'm with Mary, but everybody else, please, Mary, I do feel I'm with Jojo, but please, anybody else. So, right, okay, and Margaret Maffin, oh, okay, so, right. This could easily be a double link, and Spirit love to do this to me. But I know, I knew it. Oh, really? Okay, fair enough. We've got Richard's. If you see me in other places, you know Spirit love to do this to me. They love to bring in double messages, but sometimes this is because these lovely ladies need to get in touch. Right? Okay. She also, as much as she went, she went into a home later. But in between there, she went to like a day centre. She did not like it, because she said they were all old. She wasn't impressed. So there is a feeling that she needed help, these ladies. And this is the reason why we have double links, because sometimes the ladies share the same type of life near the end. But okay, and Hannah can take the other bits. I know we've got a double link going on here, or a treble link. It is more about your messages that are coming through, but she didn't like it. So there is a feeling of either having carers come in during the day, or maybe she went to a daycare centre. She's like, no, didn't like it, didn't want to be old. I was with old people, because she said to me, it was all up here. She said to me, I hadn't lost it. No, she just went, I ain't lost my marbles. Your lovely Nan she's my type of person. She says how it is. She was direct, but not done out of spite. It wasn't nasty. She just wasn't. Now, the way she gives it to me is, where everybody comes from Essex in my world, but I know she's made my accent really strong. And when my accent gets really strong, it doesn't necessarily mean that she is a Londoner or an Essex lady. It means that she had a strong local accent. So this lady says that, and she said, I didn't lose my marbles, but she wasn't impressed. She said, me, because I didn't want purple hair, so why would I want to be in this environment? So there was about care and it happened. So she's frustrated. These ladies were frustrated. And I know a lot of you can resonate with these lovely ladies, right? If you've all got a family, if you're all coming in, give me another name. Right, I've got a Jo, Josephine, Joseph. Okay, thank you. I just looked and just, as you did that, Jojo just flashed, Richie just flacked up, and I just looked like that and looked, and there was right. So Jojo, we are definitely with you because she's thrown that in. Come on then. Who else? Because I know I've got others. You're all coming in. Give me another. Right, I need to give you the name. There's a Michelle or a Michaela. So somebody else will be able to make a connection to Michelle or Michaela because I've just been passed that over in there. I also need to give a Michael as well. So there's a Michael as well. I feel like I've got 3 people, 3 spirit ladies all together. Do you know what? They're all having a blooming party, really, because they're all just going, "Meh." They're all having a bit of a moan up because they all got along. Right, okay. I'm going to work with Jojo because that's where I felt I was the strongest first. But what I will say to the others, if you can make the connections and it feels right in your heart, not here, but here, then we know it is your past loved ones connecting. But I would like to make the connection with Jojo. Right, and okay, Michaela can take the others. Excellent, right. So Hannah can take the other bits. Okay, Hannah can take the other bits. Right, I will work with Jojo, but I'm conscious that Hannah can take the names as well. Right, okay, Richard's first. And Deborah. Right, so we've got work with Jojo, but Hannah and Deborah, I'll ask you to listen to the message because I am sure I've got 3 lovely ladies. You've all got similar situations and they're all kind of, I wouldn't say they're ganging up on me, but they're around me. Right, let's get some months in. Let's see. Right, what months are we? Right, May's important. Birthday, party, and anniversary. But I can also use, I would also want to use the name May as somebody's name as well. So May's important. Birthday, party, and anniversary. Stick to the months before you start throwing more names at me. Right, I need to talk about April. Is again birthday, party, and anniversary. But I also want to use, what give me these for? The name April as well. So if May and April are names people can resonate with, please do so. If the months resonate with you as birthday, party, and anniversaries, please take them as well. I need to pass these over in here. I keep getting told Rose, 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 Rose. So either somebody, this lovely lady loved roses, or Jojo or the other 2 can take it, loved roses, or had the name Rose within the family. I know I just keep being told, tell them about roses, tell them about roses, tell them about roses. Right, okay, so I need to recognise roses as important as well. Right. Oh, yeah, all right, okay. And then we're going down to somebody. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so there we go. Hannah can take the April bit. Brilliant. And Hannah can take the rose bit. Excellent, we're getting there. Right, we're on roses still because and May's Jojo, right, this is definitely everybody, and hopefully Deborah somewhere in there is making sense for you as well. And now we all know it's near Halloween and chocolates get discounted, but they are just showing me somebody arguing over roses, chocolates, and quality streets. We're not talking about heroes and everything else, but they're just talking about roses and quality streets. And I don't know whether all 3 of you have been moaning about that, but they're talking about there being an argument or a debate, and it's a laughter. Right, all 3 of you, we've only got a few more minutes. So if you're coming through, you've come through your evidence to prove that you went, what do you want us to tell? Right, right. Jojo, your message, and I'll do Jojo, I'll do Hannah, and I'll do Deborah, and I'll get all your messages that way. Right, Jojo, right, you need to take a leap of faith, apparently. She said to me, either you or somebody is holding back and not taking a leap of faith within a work or a type of environment. There's something that you're meant to be doing that either you're umming and ahhing, and basically, if she could, she would be putting a foot up of the proverbial, is what she said, and I'm conscious where I am. Okay, and Hannah can just, oh, excellent, understand that. So for you, Jojo, and if it's not, it would be for Hannah, but I know I'm focusing my attention on Jojo. There is something that either you or somebody else needs to get on and deal with, And it's not a negative, it's either like a job opportunity, a move, or picking up something that you've ummed and ahed about. And she's like, do you know what? Time to get on and get on with it. Go on. I'm chivvying you along, basically. I need to just chivvy you along and sort of say, it may not be you, it may be a friend or a family member that knew her and they needed a little bit of a sign, and you're the one that's got to do the chivvying. But there is, and that would take, and brilliant, and Deborah can do. So there is about a chivvying along for you, Jojo. So if it's not you, it'd be for somebody in your family, and obviously I'm conscious of the other people. So okie dokie. And then Sarah, and I know Sarah, you could take a lot of it as well. So we'll see if Sarah's family is here as well. Right. So for you, Jojo, somebody in the family, either you or somebody else, she's telling me, tell them again, they need to get a chivvy on. Time to get on, trust in yourself and your capability. So I will ask your lovely lady to stand over there, and I'll go, next. I feel like I'm in a deli counter. I feel like I need the tins. Right, okay, next person I want to come through is Hannah. So Hannah, what's your message from your lovely lady from me? Right, Hannah, now, I don't know if there's been a situation that you feel like you need to stand your ground, because she's sort of saying, right, it's a time to stand your ground. Okay, thank you. You've done everything you can, and you have said it in the way you can, but sometimes, I can't say that. Sometimes you just have to say what it is, basically. So for Hannah, it's a case of time to stand your ground. You need to go and say what needs to be said. You can't always just sort of beat around the bush. So I hope that makes sense for you. She's backing you up. Right, okay, next person, Deborah. Right, Deborah, she just wants to say thank you for giving her all the hope, love and support that you gave her. She said to me, I was cantankerous, I was difficult, but she just wants to say to you, Deborah, thank you so much for giving me all your help, all the support that you gave her and the care near the end. So she just wanted to come in to say thank you. And we come back to our lovely lady, Sarah. Right, Sarah, there is somebody who's looking about changing a job as well, and she just wants you to know you was missed the either you or somebody else missed the opportunities, and she's just sort of saying another opportunity will come. Brush up on your application forms or brush up on your CV, excuse me, because another opportunity that somebody felt they missed, it wasn't meant to be. Time to move on. God, I feel like I've been in a deli counter. I feel like I've been in supermarket sweep or a certain supermarket. It's like that. And I'll just say thank you to everybody that was very patient with your messages. I'm conscious we're coming to the end of the time now. So I do hope the last 4 people you resonated with your messages. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for allowing me to connect with your lovely ladies. Excellent. And so Sarah's done what she needs to do, so it's now confirming it. So thank you so much. And now I'm conscious I've only got a couple of minutes now, so thank you so much. I'm just seeing we've got some thank yous. So thank you, Emma. Thank you for everybody that's fed back. Right, Richard, did we get to our 60 shares? Come on, you put the challenge out there, and we've got a minute. Did we get to our 60 shares? Yes, please. Yes, everybody, we did 94. Thank you for sharing. You smashed Richard's target for me. We were 60. I hope that's going to win. We'll smash the record you gave me, not your record. Richard said over 200. He'll have to invite me back again, won't he, lovely people? And we'll see if we can smash it. But thank you to everybody that's come on this evening. Thank you. It's been absolutely a pleasure and an honour to come on here to host this evening. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been absolutely amazing. Thank you to everybody. Thank you for your shares. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Yes, Richard said, I hope, we know you've enjoyed it. Please leave a review, because it does help our channel, or I say our channel, I'm getting a bit familiar now, helps the channel grow, and it helps with our algorithms, and it helps show the type of connections we are making. So if you have had a reading with me or any other people, any other mediums, or you've watched us and you've enjoyed it, please by all means pop a review down to let us know what you think of us, because it is lovely to know that we are making the connections out there and helping and supporting others. And with that, we've come to time, so I shall say thank you so much. Thank you for Richard for being my guide. Okay, I've been he's quite bossy, Richard. Don't forget, At 11 o'clock tomorrow, we have another show as well. So don't forget to log in. And also we have Bill Hughes on as well with the Conscious Mind. So don't forget to click on that button to put your subscribe in, put your notifications to get out and see what lovely programs we've got left there. It's all now he's giving me a line apparently. We go, it's all free on SBTV. I hope that's right, Richard. If not, we've re-mentioned it. Okay, I've been told to say good night now. Do you know, I feel like Sooty. I need to do what Sooty goes, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye, because that's what it feels like. Thank you and God bless everybody. I hope you have a lovely evening and take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.